Hi, folks. This is Lee Gettess with the Market Sense for the week of August 14th, 2012. The charts I use come from the Trade Navigator software from Gettess Financial Technologies. First chart is a weekly bond market, and bonds are really getting to a very interesting area here. You can see after this big run up, they've had this sort of wide swinging sideways pattern that has taken place above all the previous highs going back into last year. And they've, after making a new high, turned down, and they seem to be testing the lows here, which coincides right with the mid-Keltner channel in this vicinity. Let's call it 147.0804 right in there. This is really a critical area. It's probably an interesting spot to buy in because the risk is relatively low. I think if we've got a previous swing low here at 146.28, and if they take that out, they could have another 3 points to go lower till they reach these old highs from back here in 2011. But if they turn back up, even the green line here is in the 150 area, and there's nothing to stop them from going to 152 or even going all the way back up to new highs again. I think those are actually quite possible depending on what happens in the next few economic reports, and specifically what comes out of Mr. Bernanke's mouth when they get to Jackson Hole. But this area right in here, 147.08 I think that's a really critical area. I think there's a good chance they'll turn back up from here. If they don't, it should be a pretty significant break. So very interesting area here in bonds. Stocks are also in a relatively interesting area for a completely different reason. This weekly bar last week, I haven't checked it back thoroughly, but I believe this may be the smallest weekly range in the last 5 years. Market can't stay that quiet for long, so it's like something's got to give. They've gone up and tested the 1407 area, which is where this resistance is this week, and certainly they haven't accomplished anything yet. The support is 1392, and they haven't even gotten to that. That little red line and the blue line coincide there. But if they break that, I think they're going to 1380, maybe down to the red line here at 1355. And of course, even if they reach that lower moving average, that's nothing. I mean, look at the pattern. There's been no damage done if they get down there. You can't really assume they're in trouble at that point. However, you do have this great big swing from up here to down here and back up again. And this entire pattern is going to look like a distribution pattern if they do turn down from here. So I think it could possibly get quite ugly if they do. I'm not convinced it's over. I'm not convinced that this 1407 area has brought in the high, because there's a distinct possibility markets tend to exhaust into highs, and there's a distinct chance that they could blow up above these old highs, maybe up here in the vicinity of the upper Keltner channel around 1430, and then turn down from there. Of course, they don't have to turn down at all, but I am kind of looking for them to turn down. I'm just not totally convinced that they've turned down right here, but they could have, and that bears watching. Certainly, I think the thing to do is to look for a reason to get short. So that's what we've got for you today. I hope you can find something profitable to get yourself into. Thanks for checking in to see what we think.